CPI data report gets released tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens. I will be live streaming this for free tomorrow, right before the CPI data report gets released. If you don't want to miss out, all I literally ask you to do is to subscribe to the YouTube channel and to make sure you drop a thumbs up on this video. And this is everything that you need to know about how to prepare for the CPI report. So overall, NASDAQ market closed in the green, a very strong rip up for the last 2 hours before the market closed. As of right now, one of the first things that a lot of people should be asking themselves is, okay, well, what's being factored in? What is the market's expectation for this CPI data report? The expectation, the forecast, according to investing.com, is 3.6%. Our previous is 3.7%. So we expect inflation to go from 3.7 to 3.6. I want to remind you that inflation is calculated in two different ways. There's overall CPI and core CPI. Normally, the Federal Reserve focuses a little bit more on core CPI, and core CPI is all items less food and energy. Now, where is this report going to be released? It is on bls.gov/CPI. And trust me, if you're absolutely new to this, all of this might sound like mumbo jumbo, but I can reassure you as you begin to do this over and over and over and over again, it begins to make a lot more sense. An inflation report is also known as a CPI data report, and it's inflation on the consumer side of things. And it's pretty much just tracking month over month if inflation is going up or down for specific items. So let me explain to you this very quickly. If you go and click on the PDF, you can see that the most recent reporting was for the release of the one in August, right? Then the one that's going to be released tomorrow is the month of September, right? Because the month has to be over, it then gets calculated, and then it gets released on the following month. So in October, it's the one that, again, the prior month, which is September, that's going to be released. So what we're going to be doing is taking away a 0.4% increase and adding whatever it is that is seen as inflation for the month of September. Now, there is an exact formula for this and how this is calculated. So it's not just subtracting one and adding the other, but it's just a rough estimate just in case you don't want to actually do the math on that full formula. But pretty much the way that this overall inflation report is calculated is based off of these line items for the month, right? It is asking the question, hey, for food, from August to September, did food prices go up? Did food at home prices go up or down? Did food away from home go up or down? And then it goes down the list from energy, from commodities, and from services, less energy, right? All of these items get calculated. Hey, from the month prior to this new month, is inflation going up or down on these line items? It's super, super simple. They make it seem very complicated. It's literally not, right? What is core CPI? Core CPI is all items less food and energy. The Federal Reserve, and the reason that they have a focus on core CPI is that they understand that food and energy is not something that they can control the prices on. Therefore, because a lot of their focus has to do with monetary policy, they understand that focusing so much on items that they can't control is not going to be in their best interest, even if inflation is going up, right? So they tend to focus a little bit more on these items, which again, they can have a little bit more influence on by raising or cutting interest rates in those specific areas, right? So overall, CPI data report is going to be released tomorrow. As of right now, it sounds like they expect inflation to actually go down by 0.1% from a 3.7 to a 3.6. Now, again, in a very simple world, it would make complete sense that if inflation comes in higher than what was expected, that the market drops. If inflation comes in lower than what was expected, the market can rise. But just like we saw today, even when that PPI report was released, PPI came out higher than what was expected, which normally is a forecast for CPI. But although the market did originally drop, it quickly recovered and then gave it back. So market's really confusing right now. And one of the things that I always like to encourage beginner traders, even those that are experienced, right, is that when in doubt, don't be afraid to be cash, right? We can try to predict what the market's going to do, or we can simply wait to react. And that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. Being able to stay cash, wait for the market to react, and then depending if the market reacts in a bullish or bearish way, then I can better determine, hey, are these the conditions that I want to choose to trade in, and is direction clear? If the market's very bullish, I can go long. If the market's very bearish, I can go short, but at least I give the market to paint its picture for the day, which is one of my trading rules for October. So really excited for tomorrow's live stream for that CPI data report. I hope to see you there. And again, all I literally ask you to do is to subscribe to the YouTube channel and to make sure you turn on your post notifications so YouTube alerts you when it is that I go live. Remember, this is going to be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. 1 hour before the market opens is when I'm going to be going live. So please make sure that, again, you set your alarms for that. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow for the CPI data report. And again, if you want to join our M4 giveaway, that's the 4th link in the description down below to learn more about it. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.